me fire, give me that which I desire. Welcome back to Wind Tunnel TV, and tonight it's the iRaid Furniture Mart Super Series. We've got the forever lost 150, and out in this somewhat foggy environment here, Baron, someone might just get lost.
Get your goggles on and fluff up the popcorn because this one's going to be a fun one tonight, Dean. A little bit of fog, moist track. I like just saying moist, and it should be a lot of fun tonight with the iRacing Furniture Mart Super Series. It's good to be back here, Dean. I'm a little tongue-tied. I'm so excited, but it's what alcohol does to you.
Well, we're good to have you back. And your preferred alcohol, of course. We'd like to have it all in the booth here. Yeah, it should be a good one, man. These guys been doing a good job lately. And we take to Myrtle Beach now. And, looking at this track, Baron, it's a little bit interesting, especially with those turtles, I guess you can call them, in the corners. Those things will eat your car up.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Every time we come here, we talk about those turtles, and eventually somebody from the grid will get that left side tire right up on those turtles and tear up that left front tire. They only make that mistake once, and then they end up fixing some damage on pit row. But they're down there for a reason, and we'll see some guys get all over them tonight, and then we'll see what their cars act like after they get there. So hopefully these guys have learned their lessons over the years and stay off of those white turtles. They're going to tear the car up.
They will tear the car up. You looking at our weather there, you see 78 degrees out on the track. Very racy conditions here late at night, 10:30 p.m. We got our keys to the race. Control, pitting, and strategy. And control going to be key here for what you were just talking about, those darn turtles, and probably some other reasons as well, Baron.
Yeah, for sure. And like we always say, too, keep the fenders on this thing, keep it clean, and you'll find yourself to the front of these races. So we'll see some guys coming and going. A lot of talented drivers in the field. It's good to be back, and I'm happy to see us at Myrtle Beach for the Forever 150. So, let's see what we got.
Indeed, let's see what we got. Let's get right into what we got in tonight's starting grid. It's Brian Cole, not messing around tonight. The number 10 back on the point with a time at 18:07:09. It's Colin J Kennedy qualifying in the front row once again. Can he hang on up there? Mark Herzog will start third tonight, along with Ryman Castle in fourth position. You've got Austin Miller, last week's wire-to-wire winner, starting third, and Adam Newton, who last year fought and battled his way into second into points, trying to steal it there in the last race. Jeff Werderman will start in row number 4, along with Fred Lester, and you got Tyler Lem and Adam Cole in row number 5. After that, it's Perry and Roel, as they'll start in row 6. And moving back to the rest of the field here, you got Clayman Termeyer Jr., Walker Cole, and Barry Hines.
Great lineup there, guys. Coming and going. We'll see how we can do throughout the race tonight. Termeyer, oddly low in the qualifying standings, and that's not like him. Normally, he's got a real fast car up front. He's back there with Walker Cole as well. So we're going to see some guys trying to make their way forward that we know have fast cars week in and week out.
Yeah, it looks like Termeyer rocking a new paint job, and him, Walker Cole, and Barry Hines either not taking qualifying times or struggling. I would probably guess struggling. Easy to wipe out, trying to push a hot lap out there. They'll start towards the back this evening.
Good looking race car there on the pole there. I love that petty blue and orange. Brian Cole bringing a little something new to the grid. But look out, Colin Kennedy's got a taste of some wins already this season, and he's planning to keep that car up front. Interesting to see how this thing plays out as the laps go on.
Yeah, already some interesting things. Herzog up here, he's been fast at times. Ryman Castle still looking for that elusive victory in the number 1 tonight. I love it. He fixed that car number for us. But we're going to see what Brian Cole can do. You give him the lead out here, Baron. A guy like that, he'll be dangerous. Pace truck off the course. Cole and Kennedy lead him on down. Holding and holding, waiting to get out of the corner. Cole with a late launch here. Green is out, and they're still not launched. Finally, they are. The 10 down and into the corner on the low end. That's where you want to be. Herzog rocking the bottom. He's going to look to make some moves.
Yeah, and we know the fast way around this track is on the bottom. Keep it off those turtles and keep the car rotated, and you're going to have a fast car. But we see Brian Cole got his hands full with Colin Kennedy up there, and Colin's not willing to let that lead go by without a fight.
No, he's doing a great job. At the back, Termeyer in trouble. Hines also in trouble. So those guys starting at the back, it goes from bad to worse. Colin J on that outside. Man, is he doing a job out there, Baron? I didn't know this was possible.
Apparently, the high line is something that's going to work tonight, and Colin has decided that's my spot. So he's got some company under there in Ryman Castle, and Ryman looking to keep that low line bottled up. So Colin out there learning some things fast about the way this track's going to continue to develop as the race goes on.
Yeah, he did a great job on the high side, but still, it's just not enough out there, at least early. We'll see if it comes in a little later. Austin Miller, last week's winner, at the back of this group right now. There's Newton and Werderman. So everybody in line doing a nice job. We're off to a nice green flag run here to start it off. Lap 5 of 150. We hear some tires spinning. Nothing doing back here, though.
Yeah, just close quarter racing. Some guys getting a little loose under each other, but so far green flag, and we see what we expected to see here, Dean, is comers and goers as we see some of the veterans up front just kind of getting in line and riding quite a bit. Adam Cole in front of this pack, and Adam having his hands full. He's got some hungry hippos on his backside there. And, we've seen that game played out before. They eat up all the balls.
Yeah, Perry there trying to do some damage. The 33. Rowell's right in there, and Walker finally getting one spot, but Walker is stuck at the back of the pack. He's not going to like it back there. It's going to be tough to work his way through the field. Right now, it looks like Perry making a move on Adam Cole.
Yep, and Adam being a little wiser of the idea here. So let's get up on that high side and see if we can't, maintain position up here. He's a veteran of this series, and he's seen this before, so I'm not counting Adam Cole out now so early in this race.
As these guys fight along, we move back up a little bit. You see our leaders, all status quo. Brian Cole out front. See Miller getting a little loose off. Werderman. Fred Lester sitting in 8th. He's got a nice spot there, and this is the comfortable spot. This is where I like to be.
Yeah, a little gap in front, a little gap in back. Just maintain your speed, maintain the tires, and this is going to be a nice, safe place. Nice little cushion he's got there for him.
Yeah, it's interesting. This has kind of got that green flag feel to it, so not sure how I feel about this hanging back here in 8th. It might play out, though, on a long run, Baron.
Yeah, I'm sure some of these guys are pretty excited to have a long green flag run, and they're excited, but at the same time cautiously optimistic with their vehicle. So we'll see. Only lap 11, so the tires are really starting to get heat in them now. So we'll see some guys figuring out pretty quickly what their car's worth on the long run.
Indeed, we will. Look up at Mark Herzog. He's making a move on Ryman Castle. So Herzog looking to move forward here. Castle and the one struggling a little bit on the outside. He's going to look to file in before Miller gets there. He doesn't. Leaves that door open. Miller says, fine, I'll jam my car in there if you don't want it.
Yeah, and Herzog gains the position. Ryman happened to get down there and maybe plug up that hole before Austin Miller can get his spot. But we know Austin will find his way around one way or another. We've seen him do high line passes. We've seen him do low line passes. We've seen him pass people on pit road. So we know Austin's going to find a way to get there. If he wants that spot, he'll probably get it.
Brian Cole out front. Let's hop on board with Brian Cole, see what he's dealing with here. He's dealing with a flashing dashboard to begin with. That's a little troubling.
Yeah, it sure is. And right out his windshield right now is Marvin Termeyer looking to stay on the lead lap right now, and Marvin's going to have his hands full. This leader's got pressure, so we'll see how it works out for Marvin here. Tough break early for him.
Yeah, he needs a caution in a big way here. This is bad for Marvin, bad for Brian as well as. Oh! And I don't know if his engine let go or what. It looked like Termeyer's engine let go. It did. He's and that caused Brian to get into him. Cole, all kinds of problems. How unfortunate on the timing. The engine just letting go on Termeyer, and that was that. You seen a little puff of smoke there.
Yeah, just that quick puff of smoke, and all of a sudden Brian Cole's in trouble, and that's a tough break for the leader. Um, Awful to see that. Now there was nothing Marvin could do about that, but you hate it for the 10 car.
You see it there, that puff, and bam, then yeah, just nothing anybody could really do. Thankfully, the rest of the field there doing an excellent job getting around Marvin. No other incidents, but Brian, man, oh man, he's not going to be happy.
No, and it looks like Colin Kennedy got a little damage, got into the back of the 10 car as he was checking up. So unfortunate, engine let go, and that's unfortunate for Marvin. Early spin, getting him in some real trouble. So Marvin going to be relegated to the booth, I think, to do race control.
See Fred Lester coming on down.
So interesting. We've got some pit stops happening for some of these guys. Pretty unique situation early in the race. Some of these guys taking tires and fuel, maybe thinking they can make it the whole way. What do you think, Dean?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, this might be a saving grace of Brian Cole. He can come in now, get his service done, and see if maybe this early pit stop will be his last. But I don't know, 150 laps, long race here. You see Clammon, the first one off of pit road in the 17, so he'll be followed by Lester, then Brian Cole and Alan Rowell. Barry Hines also coming off of pit road. There's our leader, Colin J. So Marvin not making it.
Yeah, I think with that motor let go, he's probably a half hour or better before that thing will get fixed. Well, we're at lap 20 of 150, and our first caution of the night happens with Marvin Termeyer, who had an early spin, got a little bit of damage, and apparently it cost him a motor in that 16 machine. So Marvin's starting from behind the 8 ball here at tonight's race, and he'll be back next week for sure. He'll be solid and maybe a little cleaner next time. We'll see how it works out for him. No early spins.
Absolutely. Poor Marvin. Marvin about to go on a holiday, I do believe, so it might be an early way out for him.
Right? Get to the liquor cabinet early, Gene. That's what we always say. You can't drink all day unless you start in the morning, right?
That is correct. Here we go. Colin J. Kennedy and Mark Herzog now up front. Kennedy, a nice launch. And he's got a little bit of damage on the front end. There goes Miller down underneath Herzog, looking to capitalize. Herzog fighting him, but maybe she considers slipping in before someone else gets in that inside.
First of all, slip it in.
Yeah, you can't start working until you get in there.
Well, it looks like he's just got the tip in there right now, Dean, and making a pass on the low line here. He's got a low line. Oh, and he's got a little bit of damage now from those turtles, and you can see what it'll do to that car. Really upset that 5 car. So Adam probably learned his lesson.
Yeah, hopefully so. And we got another yellow. It looks like Lester. And you got Perry's involved as well. Looks like maybe Adam Cole as well. Let's get a look in on it. You see Cole just gets into Perry there. A slight touch in the middle of the corner. Behind them, Lester gets a piece, but you see Brian Cole come around and a couple others. So some guys surviving, some not.
Yeah, kind of a racing deal there. Two guys getting together, causing havoc for some others. So yeah, Adam Cole starting it on hard mode tonight, and we'll see how he does through the rest of this 150.
You see Lester's in and Perry is in as well. These cars seem to be behind some kind of fog here tonight. Very interesting indeed. Colin J Kennedy out front, Austin Miller in second, Herzog third, Ryman Castle in fourth, and it's Newton, Werderman, Walker Cole up 8 spots, Baron, into seventh position. My goodness.
Hard to keep a good man down, and Walker Cole has found his way to the front, 8 spots, big mover tonight, and right behind him, Tyler Lem maintaining position and keeping his car out of trouble. I think that's probably priority number one for Tyler.
Yeah, got the Budweiser machine working. Leave it to you to get to the beer car. David Clayman in their ninth there, doing a nice job of that car. I don't know if it's a paint or it's fractured up. I think that might just be the paint job there. Brian Colback in 10th. Roel and Hines in here. You see Marvin's joined back up. He's going to be several laps down, though.
Yeah, I'm thinking that car might have had terminal engine damage. So if he's still in it, he's probably watching TV or doing something else right now.
Well, he's come back on the track, but he's, fast repair. But I think he was a good time towing in and all that. So yeah,
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot about the fast repair. Yeah, he's good. All right, cool.
yeah, he can get up there and cause some damage though. And who knows? The cautions can come out in flurries, and he can get those laps back. You see Lester coming off of pit road, beating the truck out. Good for him.
Yeah, yeah. I forgot about the fast repair. Been hardcore racing.
Oh, here we go. Miller on the high side. Kennedy down on the low side. Herzog and Castle in row 2. There goes Kennedy. Miller, good job filing in. Herzog looking to peek underneath. He does. He's looking to return the favor to Miller.
Yeah, and Herzog really got that bottom line a little loose coming off, but it looks like he's going to hold those two fellas to the high line, and now it looks like Austin might actually clear him coming off of 3.
Yeah, he's clear, but he's not super clear. He's going to leave it open still. Herzog still in there, nosing his way along. Castle trying to rock the high side against him as well.
And Austin Miller now filters into the low side, solid second place here. And Castle and Herzog battling it out, side-by-side racing here. Really cool, Dean.
Really cool. Castle's done a great job up there. You just can't get it done on that high side over lap after lap, but he is doing a great job.
Yeah, he sure is, Dean. And what I've seen tonight from a few guys, this high side can actually work. We saw Colin Kennedy pull one off. We saw Austin Miller pull one off, and now Ryman Castle's trying to do the same. So Highline might be a place for these guys tonight. We'll see.
It might be. I mean, we've seen it time and time this year. We've thought it couldn't work, and it does. So there's always one guy that he gets up there like Castle is now. It might be hurting him right now, but he's learning a ton, Baron.
Yeah, he sure is, and that's a valuable education for later laps when it really counts. So filters there into 4th place behind Herzog, under pressure from Adam Newton, and lined up like Rockettes right now, Dane. And we'll see what happens here as this race and some tires get warmed up.
Walker makes an aggressive move to the bottom underneath Adam Newton. Newton better off the corner. Walker keeps peeking, though. He is not just sitting there eating donuts, Baron.
No, and everybody likes donuts, Dean. And if you don't like donuts, well, that's un-American.
It's just un-American. I can't even talk like that because I'm a Canadian. It's just not allowed.
You like Tim Hortons donuts. Those are still donuts.
Yeah, we like our Timbits and our donuts. I still go back a little ways, Baron, when there was actual donuts, and that's what the place actually was all about. Good old Tim Horton, for those of you who don't know, an ex-Toronto Maple Leaf from the NHL, owned that, sold Tim Hortons for $1 million. His wife did once he died. Big, big mistake.
Yeah, big oops.
And nonetheless, Kennedy, Miller, Herzog, Castle, and Newton running in the top 5. Walker putting the heat on, trying to get in the top 5.
I like that we got Jeff Werderman in the mix, running 7th, right where he started. But having Jeff back on the track is a real good thing, Dean. Happy to see him back. David Clayman jumped up 5 spots, so he's right behind Werderman. Little gap though, so Werderman under no real pressure at this moment.
Yeah, he's just on cruise control here, and this is, we said this earlier, this is where I like to be. No pressure. We'll just save our stuff, and we'll see how this thing plays out a little later. We're only on lap 40, or coming to lap 40 of 150, so a lot of laps here to go tonight.
Sure are, and don't look now, but Brian Cole's found himself in 11th after heavy damage from the lead, and he is pressuring Alan Rowell right now for that 10th spot.
When you see him get a little piece of the wall that's going to open up the bottom, he is pushing that machine beyond its limits, something you don't see too much from the 10 machine.
No, and he's done it again, Dean, so yeah, that thing may not be acting quite right for him right now.
Yeah, well, he might not be acting quite right either. As starting on the pole, I don't think he anticipated being in this situation at this point in the race. Probably none too happy, but he'll calm down here. As behind him, Perry gets a little squirrely underneath Hines. Up front, battle for the lead. Miller gets underneath Kennedy. Austin Miller to the point, just like that. My goodness.
And Austin Miller just showing what he's worth week in and week out. Real viable candidate for the championship this year, Dean.
He definitely is. Let's go back and see if we can't see this pass a little clearer. You see here, just off the corner, the 3 was a little stuck coming out of the corner. Couldn't quite get down. Austin forces it in. Little slight contact there. Rubbin is racing. They go down into the next corner, and this is where it gets done. Good braking there. Kennedy trying to drive deep, just can't get off the corner. Man, are they fighting for this thing? We missed a good battle up here, Baron.
Yeah, we sure did. And finally, Colin said, I'm going to put it in line and let you on through.
Miller opening up a little lead over Kennedy.
And here comes old Mark Herzog putting pressure on Kennedy as well. So don't look now. Here comes that 47 car looking to make a difference here.
We got a yellow, not sure what happened. Some kind of kerfuffle out there on the track.
Well, we're kerfuffling around here, right?
Not sure. Let's see if we can't find something here.
Little known fact, Dean, kerfuffling can only be done by hooligans. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Well, that is a little known fact, and one I'm going to put in there. Oh, you see up ahead, that was the 17, I believe, of Clammin involved. Right now, pit stop's happening, so we're going to shake this thing up a little bit. Castle's in. You got Newton's in as well. Werderman, Lem, Brian Cole, Barry Hines, Adam Cole, Fred Lester, all on pit road.
Yeah, and hooligans can only be caused by tomfooleries. I didn't know if you knew that either. Another little known fact about things like
where did the shenanigans come in?
Shenanigans are every time Jack Daniels is involved.
I see. Well, the lessons are many here tonight, folks, so, watch out for that. And I want to put the Biden bus in this somewhere. What was on his bus?
Yeah, well, I think Biden likes wine.
I can't remember. He had a slogan on the side of his bus. Brain fails me tonight, folks. I'm sorry about that one. But it'd be good if I could remember.
Fails him too.
Right? It certainly does. Miller out front, Kennedy second, Herzog and Walker Cole, Clammin and Rowell, Perry, And then Newton. And let's take a look at our pit board here. And you just have a look. Clanman was in at 18, as was Rowell. But it's Perry on 24, and then Newton and the rest of them on lap 47. So Newton, the first off of pit road with the fresh rubber.
And that could be a huge pit stop. We are seeing some green flag runs, and if you're out there on older tires right now, that could be trouble.
It most definitely could be trouble. All right, there we go. I think we've cleared up our little problem. Maybe not, though.
I'll take a look.
No,
Still kind
not
of
quite.
foggy up.
Still a little foggy. Not sure why it's so foggy out there tonight, folks, but it certainly is.
Well, it's a weed legal state, so guys in the stands having a good time. If they're not, they're vaping. Same thing.
Always with the answers. I should have went to you from the beginning. Miller out front with Kennedy on the outside. Here we go. Miller drops the hammer. Herzog, great job jumping underneath the 3. Walker Cole all of a sudden finds himself up in third, or looking for third under Kennedy. Kennedy rocking the high side, trying to hold on.
Little rub of the wall there, but he's still rolling.
Still rolling, and he's doing a great job. He's going to beat him off the corner, so the 3 machine holds on to third. Please, no comments from Barron at this time. Whoa. Werderman and Roel. Newton and Castle under heavy battle conditions here.
Well, like Marvin always says, right? It's a game of inches, Dean, and my girlfriend wouldn't understand.
No, mine either. She's Canadian. We work in centimeters.
Oh, painful. Well, that could be good, though. You never know.
Very well could be. Werderman still fighting here. Castle on the outside again. He seems to be here every restart. He's got to be getting sick, and he just drives through the corner. Wow, impressive from the 1. Right around 2 cars, pretty much. The 1 is making it work here. We go 3 wide for a moment off the corner, but Castle is doing a one whale of a job on that outside now. Crosses over, looks underneath Perry. He's not content. It doesn't matter where he's running. He wants to go forward. And ahead of him, Walker Cole gets into the side of Newton. I believe that was Kennedy. So Walker muscling his way through. He's back up to third.
Hell of a pass right there.
Yes, sir. It is a contact sport. Rubbing is racing, and Castle looking to do some rubbing on Kennedy. Kennedy's had about enough being rubbed, and he's not looking for any more of it.
Nope. Pretty fed up, and can't blame him. But don't look now. Here comes that 10 car.
The 10, Brian Cole, starting to work his way up a little bit. He's got Werderman right in front of him.
Good side-by-side racing here with everybody, and I like the way they're treating each other. But Mark Herzog up here hounding Austin Miller is a different thing, right? We enjoy seeing this from Mark. Old veteran, and he's putting Austin to the paces.
He definitely is. I mean, Herzog, man, this is looking like it might be his race. It's been a while since we've seen Mark really, well, not too long, but to see him running right up here at the front, looking like he could contend for the victory, doing a great job.
He sure is. And here comes Walker Cole on older tires, finding his way into third place right now. He's under pressure from Ryman Castle, but he's holding his own. And Walker, All the way from the back to the front, Dean.
Yeah, doing a whale of a job. I mean, part of it was guys pitting, but he's taking advantage. He's got to like where he is. The question is for these guys who haven't pitted, let's bring up our pit board. And you can see Miller, Herzog, and Walker, along with Colin Kennedy, they have not pitted at all. So they're going to have to come in here at some point.
Yeah, or try to make it all the way. I mean, we've seen some guys do that before with caution. So.
Oh, and speaking of, here we go. Perry's around, Newton's around.
Is that Werderman?
This is not good. Let's get a look in and see what happened here. See Werderman, Perry. There's Colin. Oh, Perry checks up. Werderman gets into him. And then Newton comes in under braking and just wedges himself in between.
That's unfortunate right there, Dean. Hate to see it.
Definitely hate to see it. There's no doubt about that.
Well, let's see if some of our leaders come down and finally take those tires.
And I think they are. Colin J Kennedy is in. Werderman's in. Newton, Roel, and Clanman all in here. But Miller still on the track. We look at our pit board. Miller, Herzog, and Walker Cole might be looking to go wire to wire. I doubt they can. They're going to have to stop sometime. And I think this is a mistake to not stop now.
Yeah, getting close to halfway point in the race. You're probably right about that, Dean. But look, I don't drive the car, thank God. I just stand up here and issue snarky remarks with you.
Exactly, and that's the joy of it. You know, we can say anything up here because we're usually wrong. It really doesn't matter, but
Right?
I'd be surprised to see if Miller, Herzog, and Walker Cole can make it the distance. They gotta think they can, though, Baron.
Yeah, I totally agree. I really think that is. These are professional, sim car racers. They know what they're doing here. So I got to believe that there's a strategy behind it.
So Miller, Herzog, and Cole. Ryman Castle, who was walking the outside a lot, that number one, man, if he can get some position, which he's kind of got now, but he'll start on the outside one more time, along with Brian Cole in fifth, looking to get underneath. You got Hines up 10 spots into sixth, Adam Cole into seventh, Lester and Lem in 8th and ninth, with Newton now back to 10th along with Kennedy. So Newton and Kennedy not having the night they want. Perry, Werderman, Clanman, and Roel rounding out the field. Well, Termeyer actually running out, but Termeyer several laps down.
How many laps, Dean?
Well, he's 2 right now according to our scoring.
Okay. I was looking for that dog for him. I couldn't see if anybody else was a lap down or not. So the leaders side by side here, right?
The leaders are side by side.
Yeah. Lap 70 and 150. That's what we're making sure of. I was making sure also that my mic was still working.
10-4. Just a little different comment there. The leaders indeed are side by side. Miller and Herzog. Cole and Castle. Castle trying to work that outside. And boy, he's had his practice doing it, so maybe he can. Miller launches. Great job by him. Castle trying to hold on to fourth. He's got an opening. He should get in there before Brian Cole hops on the back of Walker. But Castle might be looking to continue, and Newton's around. Looks like Werderman's got a problem as well.
Under caution again, yeah.
Let's have a look. So right at the restart, there's Newton in the 5. And they're just rubbing there. He's just down a little too low where he shouldn't have been. Kind of got that 99 just a little bit. That's Tyler Lem he got.
It's a hell of a save, though. Keep it off the wall, and that was a 2-corner drift.
It was a 2-corner drift, and it was a really nice save. And, he's got to do something here to salvage this night. Stuck at the back right now. Our big movers, Walker Cole in third, 12 spots, and Barry Hines. Now we got a couple of leaders. Herzog darts onto pit road. Walker Cole follows him, so probably I think they're listening to us, Baron. Are we giving ourselves too much credit here?
No, I hope not, Dean, because that means Austin Miller is out there by himself, and we just jinxed him.
Well, Austin wins his fair share, so I wouldn't second guess him too much. But Herzog and Cole coming in a lap later on the second caution. I don't know if you didn't come in last one. I'm not sure you want to this time. Going directly to the back, you're going to be in the hornet's nest now.
Yeah, sure are. And now you got to work for your money. So Austin Miller out here on cruise control. He's got Ryman Castle behind him. But some of these fast cars in the back now with fresh tires, they're going to want to move forward. And with halfway to go in this race, that's going to be a bit of a challenge. Some of these other guys are going to stay hungry as well. So let's see how it works out, right? It feels pretty good.
Yes, sir. Honeyman out there watching us tonight. Mark Hanna unable to make the race. Always like to see you out here watching Mark. And let's see who Mark is rooting on here. He's Adam and David. Go get them. So there you go.
There you go. So we got Mark watching the broadcast tonight. If you're out there in TV land watching Wind Tunnel TV, throw up your favorite car numbers and see if Mark Hanna agrees with you. Mark, I'd love to have you on the track, buddy. I hope you get your issues straightened out at home so we can see you back out here soon.
Yeah, the old internet not cooperating tonight, and that happens, no doubt. So we're going to try and re-rack them again here. Now that we didn't see much out of our front runners there, but what do you think about Hines and Castle on the high side here?
Well, I love it. Barry Hines is a threat every week, and the new colors, new number, and new attitude, right? High side passes for Barry Hines tonight.
I like it. And there we go. Good launch from the 42. Ryman Castle is trying to hold on to second. Brian Cole right there. Castle again with a great middle part of that corner, and he's going to come out in second. Cole to third. Hines holds on to fourth. So the guys on the high side really working it here. And I don't know. I think it might become into play here before the end of the race. Kennedy there a little up the track, but no harm done. Clammond trying to fight off Rowell, who's actually fighting Newton, excuse me.
Well, Newton, fresher tires now.
Contact. The 99, that's Lem, I believe, trying to hang on for dear life. They're going to go 3 wide. Newton backs out. Walker takes advantage. Newton's squirrely up the track.
Losing a lot of track position there for Adam Newton. Now he's got himself deep in the field, and he's got some work to do, Dean.
He does indeed. Contact in front. That was a Clammond. Wow, people are having trouble all over. Herzog, terrible angle into the corner as Newton got back here somehow, or they got back to him. All kinds of stuff happening here towards the back, and that's why we called it the Hornet's Nest. Back out front, Clammond running hard with Austin Miller, looking for an opening.
Yeah, and a lot of great racing going on back there, but holding up these real fast cars, and Austin Miller loves seeing that because that means he's only got 2 guys to worry about. That's that 1 in that 10 car.
Well, Hines might not like that comment, but yeah, right now, Miller, Castle, and Cole starting to get away a little bit.
Yeah, no, yeah. Let's not count out Barry Hines either. I do admit my mistake here, but what we saw is these two guys catching up to Austin real fast now. So
You gotta love it, Baron, when your co-host calls you out.
right,
I'm not
it's not
against
just the
hanging you out to dry.
it's not just the cough syrup anymore, Dean.
Kennedy with a problem. He's down to the inside wall. Colin Kennedy, no caution, looking to come back on the track, get out of the grass. He's back and going. Miller coming through the corner to the line, still our leader. No caution comes.
Green flag racing, 85 and 150, and don't look now. Ryman Castle got his hands full. Brian Cole's there. Let's not forget Barry Hines. He's right there too. I got it right.
Got it right. Miller, Castle, Cole are top three, and they're battling hard. Let's look back to Adam Cole. He's fighting with Fred Lester here, and Lester is someone been looking to put more focus on as of late. Lester always running around the front here, and he's been looking really good, this whole season, really. Still looking to get a top finish, though. Perry right behind him with Rowell, and then it's Walker Cole starting to work his way back up through the pack here.
Yeah, we like seeing Walker make his way up front. Fresh tires now on him. He's got his way to the front. He's got a little time here left, Dean. He might be able to make something happen.
Yeah, well, from his starting spot there, he'd have to work his way through a dozen, and he's used to having dozens around and working his way through them. So
this is true.
Possible.
This is true. This is why we also like the beer car.
Yes, absolutely. Let's check in on Mr. Lem in the Budweiser car. Back here, way at the back, him, Werderman, and Newton in a world of hurt right now. Up front, Miller's starting to steady the ship and open up a bit of a lead.
Yeah, and that means trouble for the rest of the field. If he starts getting comfortable, especially on old tires, everybody else needs to take notes.
Well, we've talked endlessly about how he rolls that corner, and we've had him talk about it, Baron. It's no secret at this point. That two-foot technique, letting that car roll, using that brake, that gas combo, and he's a master of it. And when you give him clean track like this, he's almost unbeatable.
Yeah, and it rotates very nicely. Doesn't cause him too much trouble coming out of the turn. So Ryman Castle and Brian Cole have got to find a way to get up there and cause him some trouble.
No doubt, they got work to do. Hines back and forth. Adam Cole, a nice, comfortable fifth position here. He's got Lester behind him. But the battle up front is still, they're hanging on to him here. I mean, Castle's doing a whale of a job hanging in here.
Yeah, he sure is. And we like to see it. We also like to see, Ryman Castle hang in there. Now, Ryman's a newcomer to this series, right? So how are we going to see him in the long run? He's got his sights set on him, but can he catch him?
Yeah, can he catch him? We ride on board with him, and it looks like he's already caught back up here. So Ryman, no slouch. And you see the drive off just a little better from the 42, but, he's in front of him, gets into it a little earlier. See there, a little lower off for Castle, and I particularly like that, Baron.
Yeah, me too. It's a straight drive off, and it causes a lot of trouble for the people behind you because you get that acceleration off that turn.
You see just how difficult it is, though, trying to work the bottom of this track. There's just no room for error whatsoever.
Yeah, he's really driving it in hard. So he's trying to make up his time on entry. Very odd.
Now, can you drive it too hard, Baron?
Well, I would think, Dean, that eventually you're going to piss off that right front. But I'm not driving it.
Right now, these guys have both caught back up. Newton once again, and Lem's up in the wall. Not sure what's going on back there, but still problems. These two not liking this track car combo.
No, it's distracted driving, right?
It's almost forced driving. I think they would prefer to just park it at this point, but they're competitors. They'll compete till the very end. Lap 100, 2/3 done here. It's got that green flag feel to it now. Everybody's settling in for the long run, and this is a dangerous part where you can be lulled to sleep here, and I've seen it many times. Guys getting a rhythm is great, but right after rhythm comes sleep time, Baron.
Well, I don't think any of these guys are sleeping behind the wheel of these cars. It's a great track and some great competitors, and all of them seem to be embroiled in some battle or another with their competitors running around them. All of them except for what? Barry Hines. He's on cruise control back there. He's in the easy chair.
Well, that's kind of what I mean. Like you get in a spot like Barry, and you see there, Barry blowing the corner. It's
Yeah, Barry
exactly what I'm talking about. You're alone, you're comfortable, and I can't speak to the age of Barry, but I know at my age, you can be lulled into sleep, start thinking about other things. Adam Cole drives right underneath, around he goes, put Adam up to fourth.
Yeah, made it look easy too, didn't he?
He really did. And I don't know if Barry was just giving it to him there or he had really blown that one corner. I think he did, but hard to say. Still up 11 spots for Barry. Adams up 6. So our K-T.org sponsorship car here is out here making a good run in fourth position.
That sure is. And happy to see Adam with such a strong run tonight. So put it Miller, Castle, Cole, and then Barry Hines rounding out that top 5.
Go back, he got Walker Cole making his way back up to 6. He's had to fight to get here. Behind him, they got a battle. Lester and Herzog battling it out. Herzog up to 8th position, so he was up here battling for a win. A pit stop later, and he's in a world of trouble.
So speaking of battles, Dean, which one do you prefer, the Big Mac or the Whopper?
Well, I don't eat the junk anymore, but I would go with the Whopper over the Big Mac. That thing just has too much nonsense on it for me, Baron.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree with that, but big Whopper fan myself. So, yeah.
But you are making me hungry.
Yeah, I know, right? And I haven't eaten. Trouble, right? Can't do broadcasting on an empty stomach.
It doesn't. We might have to take a break and go cook something here, but we'll try and get through this race. Herzog and Perry slugging it out here right now.
Great battle going on, and love seeing Mark Herzog work. He's so patient and he's so methodical, and such a veteran presence out here, making folks work for their living.
See the bandit right in front of him. Herzog swings high, looking to cut down low and get a run here. Gets a little run, a little correction, dives underneath. No room, door closed.
Yeah, just testing the water right there, letting Andrew know he's here. So we'll see if Andrew lets him go or fights him for the spot. It looks like he's just going to let him go here, Dean.
A smart veteran move, I think. Herzog did exactly what you said. Kind of let him know, hey, look, I don't want to wreck you. I'm right here, just saying hello. And, a veteran like the 33 took note of that and said, thank you. Don't wreck me. I'll let you go.
Yep. No time to challenge you for back here running around 7th and 8th place. So smart driving, and here we go. Mark Herzog on the move again.
Yeah, Herzog back up there. Walker got by Barry Hines. He's looking ahead now to Adam Cole. And Hines continuing to fade here late in this run. Now we look on our pit board, and you're going to see Hines back on lap 47 with Walker on lap 73 have pitted. Only one man so far not pitting. That's our leader, Austin Miller. So everybody else got at least 47 lap fresher tires. It doesn't matter. He's still leading.
Yeah, and holding them off. Um, this thing stays green, he might be in trouble.
Oh, and what's happened? We lost Ryman Castle. Ryman Castle has dropped out of the service. Connection issues. We've seen this happen to him before. Wow, how unfortunate. Second place, drops out, connection issues, sim racing problems, the equivalent of an engine failure there, Baron.
Oh no, that's awful. Terrible, terrible news. That was a hell of a battle Ryman had going on there too.
It really was, but this opens the door for Brian Cole. And Brian, he'll smell that. He'll smell that a while away, and he's like, okay, let's turn it up a notch. And you see him already starting to close in. I mean, just in a couple of laps, Baron, he's eating up 4 or 5 car lengths here.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't have that one to. They don't have that one to contend with in between them. So now he's just pulling qualifying laps.
Yeah, he is turning the bottom and turning it well. You see, it looks like Miller's moving up the track. Now remember, there is a tire difference and a big one at that.
Yeah, and now Austin needs to be a little bit more cautious about what he's doing out here. Real fast car behind him on fresh tires. He's counting laps now.
Yeah, he's going to have to start hugging that bottom again. There's a lap car in there. This is Clamman way up the track, giving him lots of room. Good for him. $32 to go here in the event this evening. Arcana from one of our earlier comments, and they're driving it in there deep tonight, Baron.
Yeah, they sure are, and that's what we kind of saw earlier. Good observation there, Mark. Yeah, we got a lot of guys that are finding speed as they challenge those corners, rocking it in there.
And we got Mason rooting for the 3, and Darren's out here. He was rooting on the Rocket Man, the 99.
Yeah, great to see our YouTube viewers cheering on their favorite drivers. We got a hell of a battle here, Dean, up front.
We really do. We'll quickly look in on these cars. There's Colin J Kennedy. He's back in 11th, looking to take that's a 10th spot away from Lester. Lem in 13th, struggling pretty mightily right now. Back up front, it's Miller trying to hold off Cole. We got 28 laps left here in the forever lost 150. Forever lost are going to be Termeyer and Castle, both lost here this evening, and hopefully not forever, Baron.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Talk about bad luck to start your race off. Hate it for Marvin, but he'll be back. He'll be back next week.
So Brian Cole, let's hop on board with him, Baron, and have a look and see what Brian Cole is up to.
And this is a very un-Brian Cole-like drive. Look how fast his hands are moving there, Dean. That's not normally what you see out of the Cole car. He's got his hands full here, and he's making it work, but he is really putting the wheel to use.
He certainly is. I mean, let's look in on Miller and see what Miller's doing. You know, it's very similar. I mean, I'd say Miller's a little smoother right now.
Yeah, it looks like Miller's got a much easier drive going on. I can't tell you if that's because he's leading or if because the setup is just that good on underneath that 42 machine.
Yeah, it could be a combination of things, but I would say chasing is a little harder than leading, no doubt about it. Brian looking to try and get a run here and make something happen. 24 to go for the 10 machine. You see him diving in deeper.
Yep, trying to put some pressure on that 42 machine now. So he's trying to let Austin know that he can get there and make the pass. But Austin Miller's not going to be very accommodating, I think, as the laps wind down.
Yeah, I'd like to see him shake up that mirror a little bit, Baron. You know, when you're in second place, you can kind of move that car from high to low to high to low and just get that car dancing in his mirror there. Give him something to think about.
Yeah, for sure. And just heard from Ryman Castle. He did, in fact, have a hardware issue on his rig, and that's what caused him to disconnect from this exciting event. So, two of them out there watching. Glad you're still with us, boys. Cheer these guys on.
Absolutely. Heavy battle. Lem in the 99 making a pit stop here late with 21 to go. Interesting decision to say the least. I don't know if that's from necessity or not, but you got to wonder, can Miller make it? We're on 20 to go here.
Well, that was the big question earlier. He's opted to stay out there, so he's got to be getting light on fuel.
Definitely got to be getting light. I don't see any saving or anything of that sort out of the 42 going on, so he's going to ride it and ride it till it's dry. Will it be enough? Look back here at Walker. Walker's made his way up to third position. He had a tough job getting through the field, but a good run by the 20 all the way back up. Adam Cole is in fourth as the three Coles ride second, third, and fourth. Herzog back to fifth position now. Hines faded back, but still up 10 spots on the night into sixth. It's Perry back in seventh position. You got Jeff Werderman fighting with Adam Newton now trying to make a move. Adam taking the eighth position away from him, so that puts Werderman back to ninth. Colin J Kennedy trying to make a late surge here. He's in 10th position. Alan Rowell back in 11th. It's Lester in 12th. And then Clanman back in 13th. And I believe he got, well, Lem's still out here. He just made a pit stop. Castle and Termeyer have retired.
Well, the big question here is, can the 42 hang on and make the end of this race without fuel?
That is the main question. And is Brian thinking that too? Is this why he hasn't made a more aggressive move? Oh, and he does right there. He dives underneath. He gets positioned on the 42. The 42, a great drive on the high side, holds him off.
Yeah, he sure does. And, that's two veterans really showing some respect to each other. And Austin Miller has prevailed on that high side again. And but this isn't over, Dean.
This is not over. That was only test number one, and I like when he did it here. He did not wait for 5 to go. You got to try these things early, see if they can work or not.
Well, right, and he tried, and now he knows.
And now he knows for sure. He knows that Miller's got speed. He's going to have to do something a little more aggressive. And I'd like to see him try that high side a little bit, but he's unwilling to go up there. And you see again the 42 drifting up a little bit, but he's making it work. He's getting a good run off of that corner.
Yeah, I think he's given the car what it needs, and that's a little bit of space here. As long as he's managing that space, he's able to get a really good drive off, and it puts the 10 car at a disadvantage. It almost forces him into war-hooping that thing into the turn and hoping the apex works for him.
10 really pushing now. Just got a piece of the wall deep into the corner that time. Here he goes to the high, looking for a drive off. Just can't quite get it to stick the way he'd like.
Yeah, it looks like that 10 car really cannot hang with the 42 coming off the turn. So as long as that nose doesn't get underneath that 42, I think the 42 can hold him off, Dean.
I think he can too. 9 to go. Will the gas hold out for Austin Miller? Will the 10 of Brian Cole make another desperation move here at the end of this race? Coming down to 8 to go.
And I think Brian Cole is fixing to do just that. Look, he is not diving in this time. I think he's cooling his tires right now, Dean. I really think he's going to make another run soon.
I think he's pushing pretty hard here. Back to the bumper he comes. He knows it's go time. This might be his last chance here, and I think he likes to get it done coming down into corner number one. So look for him to try and snug up here and get a run and get it done down into one.
Miller missed that turn a little bit too, so brought the 10 car right to him. And now here's the nose under the 42. Oh, and 42 drifts up the hill. Oh, we got a battle on Dean.
Yeah, that 42 being a little too courteous, perhaps. Oh, and there he forces it on in. Cole trying to wiggle in there and take this win. Double contact, around he goes. Miller out of gas.
Out of
Miller
fuel.
coming down pit road.
Oh, heartbreaking. 6 to go.
I don't know if he's out or he just said, I got a pit. It looks like he's out, Baron. It's not really moving too quickly there. Austin Miller trying to shake that car and keep it going. Wow, right in the middle of a fight, he runs out. Miller losing this thing late. That brings Brian Cole, Walker Cole, and Adam Cole now your top three.
My goodness. That's amazing. And they got quite a bit of distance on that fourth place car, Mark Herzog. So this could be a Cole squared finish.
Absolutely. Three Coles pressed together. It's a diamond finish here tonight.
How about that? So anybody in YouTube land watching this, I know Senior Cole watches this all the time and comments on his boys. And this would be a pretty special finish for the three of them if they pull it off.
It definitely will. I mean, Brian Cole, what a job he was doing. He was in the middle of a super battle with Miller. I would have loved to see how that finished, but Miller overplaying his hand there. He just could not make it. He needed a caution. He needed a couple more and probably thought he would have got him, and that's why he didn't come in earlier. Right now, he's still on pit road. I don't even think he's going to bother coming out. So disappointed.
Yeah, I agree. Final lap here for the 10 car.
Yeah, Brian Cole coming through down into turn number 3. The 10 machine headed back towards victory lane tonight in the forever lost 150. What a run for him. Son Walker will come in second. Adam Cole will come third. It's Herzog. Perry going to hold off Hines for fifth. Newton comes in sixth. Werderman seventh. Kennedy and Rowell, your top 10 finishers.
Great finish for the Cole calamity there. We got Coles all over the place, and they just swept the top 3 spots, Dean.
Very impressive, no doubt about it. And you see them all heading down there. At least Walker and Brian are down there. Yes, Adam down there as well, as they all head down into victory lane. Not enough room for everybody, but they're trying to get him in there.
I think we missed an opportunity for triple burnouts out there.
Perhaps. Yeah, Brian, not too tired to even burn him down. He's just going to sit in victory lane and take some photos with the girls. Why not? Right now, let's take a commercial break. We'll come back. We'll get interviews, including our winner, Mr. Brian Cole. Back to the forever lost 150 in the Raid Furniture Mart Super Series tonight. All about the Coles, Brian, Walker, and Adam. 1, 2, 3. What a run we had. Incredibly bad luck for Ryman Castle falling out of the race. Austin Miller late running out of gas. A real tragedy there for him, but an exciting finish nonetheless, Baron.
Yeah, well, the race gods give and the race gods taketh away too. So tough night for those boys, but really exciting stuff there for the Cole calamity there. So God bless them all. 1, 2, 3 finish. You've never seen anything like that before.
No, the 1, 2, 3 finish definitely unique, and we bring in the 83 of Mr. Adam Cole, part of that K-T.org racing machine there. Adam, it's a Cole Fest here this evening. You take home third. Hell of a run. Up 7 spots on the night. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I was hoping the caution wasn't going to come out at the end. I was pretty excited to hopefully all three of us get a 1, 2, 3 finish like that. Wish I'd maybe saved a little more tire towards the end, but after what I did in qualifying and all but wrecking, yeah, I'll take a third place.
Yeah, most definitely. So how important, Brian, was it to get your pit done at a certain time during this race here this evening?
That ended up paying off big time. As much as the tires wear here, once your speed kind of leveled off after 30 or 40 laps, it really didn't change. So even though this track was pretty abrasive, I noticed early on you couldn't pass, and so I felt pitting early on. Had another set of tires to use just in case, but seeing where nobody really could pass, um, pitting early definitely played into our hand to get towards the front, and stay there.
Well, you're saying nobody could pass, but we did see the high side was, guys were able to hang on there a little bit, especially those who ran it more and more. What'd you find about running that like middle groove, middle high groove?
Yeah, that ended up being, especially 1 and 2, what worked. Otherwise, the car got way too tight off of turn 2, so I found myself, especially on older tires, having to really go in kinda high through, 1 and through the center of 1 and 2 so we could come off towards the bottom. I couldn't figure out how to do that in 3. Some guys were doing it much better than myself, but definitely worked good in 1 and 2.
Well, it did. It worked good, and now we head down to New Smyrna. And what do you think about that track? How you get? Are you prepared for that one?
Considering I really still don't have a good grasp on Myrtle Beach, I love New Smyrna, so definitely looking forward to that. And hopefully, can pick up from here and maybe pick up a spot or two.
Well, I think you can, Adam. You're looking better and better all the time, man. An excellent run here tonight in the 83 machine. Congrats again on third place. And anybody you'd like to thank, now's the time.
Yeah, thank you so much. Number one, I want to thank Marvin for putting on the league and letting us come out and race together every week. It's a good group of guys. And my sponsors, KT Support Group. Visit k-t.org and check it out. It's a really cool group and could use any donations if that's something that you'd be interested in doing. Also, FurnitureMartNC.com and Sellers Racing.
All right, Baron. That was Mr. Adam Cole. Third place finisher here this evening.
Yeah, great run by Adam, completing the Cole trifecta, and I've got the second part of that three-way win there with Walker Cole. Walker, hell of a second place, man. Are you getting tired of finishing behind the old man?
And no comment on that, Baron. Let's not talk about the old man, Walker says.
Sorry about that. I had my
That-
mic muted.
well, cool. How you feel about second place here tonight, Walker?
Oh, it was real good considering I clipped the wall in qualifying, had to start in the back, and came through the field and ended up. My strategy was just to pit once, and that ended up working out pretty good. I came back through the field again, ended up second. I passed Adam with a little bit to go, and I think I just had a little bit more tire. But other than that, it was really good racing tonight.
Yeah, we watched you come back to the front a couple times there, Walker. Just shows the speed that was in that car for you tonight. So you had some good speed here at uh, uh, Myrtle Beach. So how you feel about New Smyrna next week?
I think it's gonna be really fun. I like that track, and it's always been a track that I like running. So hopefully, it'll be another good race like these past two.
So 1, 2, 3 finish for the Cole fans. How's that going to feel at the dinner table tomorrow night?
Yeah, it's awesome. I never expected that, especially from where me and Adam started. We started towards the back, and Austin Miller got tough break, no cautions. After that, he had to pit under green, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, really cool, and it looked great on TV. So who you got to thank for 1, 2, 3 tonight, and for your second place finish?
I want to thank Marvin for hosting this whole thing, and FurnitureMartNC.com. I want to thank you guys for the broadcast, Sellers Racing, and yeah.
Well, Dean, that is second place Walker Cole, putting together another piece of that trifecta, and it looks like you might have the man of the hour with you.
Yes, sir. I got the number 10 back in victory lane. It's Brian Cole here, winner in the forever lost 150. You certainly were not lost tonight. Congratulations, Brian.
Thank you. It feels good to get a win. I think I've got a couple seconds, 2 or 3 seconds, I think, this year. Just hadn't been able to win one, but finally had a little luck and pulled one off.
Well, you did. You had some luck late, but not early, Brian. Sent to the back of the pack there. Talk a little bit about the early problem that happened.
Yeah, I got Marvin had a little trouble there at the beginning. I was getting ready to lap him, and I could tell he was, he obviously was off pace, and his motor decided to blow right when I got behind him, and so I got into the back of him, and Colin was right behind me. It was just a chain reaction. And luckily, it didn't hurt the car. Just spun and went to the back. Uh, just kind of tried to stay out of trouble after that, and try to use the pit strategy to my advantage since I was already at the rear.
Yeah, it was kind of lucky timing in a way. I mean, at least you could come in and pit and call it a day in the pit stops. But man, oh man, is that a scary situation? Engine blown right at the breaking point on entry there, or just before it. Super dangerous. You come back. Now you're battling with Austin. Austin on much older tires, still really strong though. He rolls those centers so well. And talk a little bit about at the end there. You guys were just heating up for an extreme battle there between the two of you, and it just wasn't meant to be as his gas ran out there.
Yeah, Austin's really good. He obviously knew I had better tires, and he was backing his corners up, and I could gain my time getting into the corner, but that's not how you pass. You got to be able to get off the corner and make a run, and he was slow getting in and keeping it low, getting a good run off, and he knew if he could do that, it'd be hard for me to pass him, and only chance I had was to kind of dive bomb him a couple times in there, and got under him, but I don't know if I could have completed the pass or not, because but I was wondering the whole time if he was going to have enough gas, and I almost got into him the last attempt to pass him, so I'm glad I didn't, because I think he went to pits the next lap.
Yeah, it was on the verge there of turning into a real battle, maybe some door slamming going on, but wasn't meant to be for Austin. But it was for you, Brian. You've had your share of bad luck this season. A little good luck comes your way. You bring the rest of the Coles along with you. It's a little Cole party here tonight, man. That's got to feel good too, to bring in Walker and Adam as well.
Yeah, that was pretty cool to see Walker come back, and Walker's my son, and Adam my brother, to finish 1, 2, 3. I think that's the first time we've ever done that, so that was pretty cool.
Definitely cool. You're gonna have another shot next week. We look forward to New Smyrna. How you feeling about that?
I like that track, so just hopefully keep it clean and get another top 5. That's what it's all about.
It definitely is. True championship driving, top five's what it's all about. Congratulations again on your victory here tonight, Brian. If you'd like to thank anybody, now's the time.
Yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for the broadcast. I want to thank Marvin for putting on the league. Looks like the racing has gotten a lot better the last couple weeks, and I want to thank 3AAC.com. That's Archdale Affordable Computers. If anybody needs a gaming computer or a regular computer, look them up on the web, 3AAC.com.
All right, Baron3AA.c or c.com. I'm sorry, Brian. But Brian doing a masterful job out here, Baron. We've seen this before.
Sure have. Second verse, same as the first verse. And Brian Cole finds himself in victory lane. Great to see all three Coles up there. Historic moment here for the Raid Furniture Mart Super Series. First time we've ever had three family members. 1, 2, 3. That's pretty awesome.
Pretty awesome indeed. That was the first, but maybe not the last. Make sure you turn in every Wednesday at 9:20 p.m. to see this great Raid Furniture Mart Super Series, producing some awesome finishes and awesome races. But for here tonight in the Forever Lost 150, that's going to wrap it up for myself, Dean Doucette, and for Mr. Baron Labosco. And we'll see you right here next time on Wind Tunnel TV.